Coming up, ice activity in Burlington sparked a chaotic protest.
Ice piled up along the river as a warm front came through.
And your vote could help crown Bergie as king of mascots.
All that plus weather, entertainment, and sports coming up on PS News.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Liliana Canales.
And I'm Alina Landetta. Thanks for joining us.
Republicans in the House are growing concerned about a wave of members leaving Congress ahead of the next election cycle. 35 Republican lawmakers in the U.S. House of Representatives have announced they will not seek re-election. Some are retiring, while others plan to run for higher office. The number is the highest for the party in a midterm cycle since at least 1930. Party leaders are concerned because Republicans currently hold only a narrow majority in the House. The party outnumbers Democrats by just 4 seats, making many of those open districts highly competitive. In total, 56 members of the House, from both parties, are expected to retire or seek other offices at the end of the current term.
A tense standoff between federal immigration agents and protesters in Burlington ended Wednesday night with several people taken into custody. ICE agents executed a warrant after a man they were tracking fled from authorities earlier that day. Hundreds of activists gathered outside the house trying to block officers from entering and later from leaving the scene. After hours of waiting for a warrant, federal agents entered the home and removed 3 people. Clashes broke out as protesters surrounded law enforcement vehicles. Officers used flashbangs and tear gas to disperse the crowd. Officials later said the man they were searching for was not inside the house, and local police also criticized federal authorities, saying the operation created a dangerous situation for the community.
New York Attorney General Letitia James is leading a multi-state lawsuit against the Trump administration over a new college data requirement. The lawsuit challenges a new order from the U.S. Department of Education that would require colleges to hand over 7 years of student admissions data. The order, issued under Donald Trump and Education Secretary Linda McMahon, would require schools to report details like race, sex, test scores, grade point averages, and financial aid. Federal officials say the data is needed to make sure colleges are following a Supreme Court ruling that limited the use of race at admissions. But the state argues the requirement was rolled out too quickly and could put sensitive student information at risk. The lawsuit asks a federal judge to block the order before a March 18th deadline, when colleges would have to submit the data or face possible fines.
A quick warm-up over the weekend caused problems along the Au River as melting ice led to a brief flood situation Sunday. Officials with Clinton County Emergency Services say a rapid melt caused large chunks of ice to break free and flow downstream. Those ice flows created an ice jam near Au Forks, temporarily pushing the river into major flood stage and causing water to spill over its banks. The ice jam eventually broke apart, but the ice moved downstream and jammed again near Clintonville. Ice jams happen when breaking ice gets stuck in narrow or curved sections of a river, blocking the flow of water and causing levels to rise quickly. Emergency officials say the jam eventually cleared, but they're urging residents to stay alert as spring temperatures can continue to cause ice breakup along area rivers.
The university's SUNY Plattsburgh Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion is hosting Break for Belonging, an alternative spring break program. The program is designed for students who are staying in the area and want opportunities to connect with others and explore local activities. This year's schedule includes a day trip to Lake Placid, as well as a visit to Burlington hosted by the Global Education Office. Students can also take part in group dinners, arts and crafts events at the Hub, and a guided snowshoeing trip. Officials say the program is meant to give students who remain on campus during break a chance to experience the community and spend time with their peers. The events take place throughout spring break, and students interested in participating can contact the DEI office for more information.
It's that time of year again, and SUNY Plattsburgh students are being asked to rally behind their mascot in a statewide competition. The annual SUNY Mascot Madness Tournament is underway, pitting mascots from SUNY campuses across New York against each other in a March Madness-style bracket. This year, Bergie is representing Plattsburgh in Region 3, and students are being encouraged to show their Cardinal pride. Bergie has already advanced to the second round, and voting will start Monday. Voters can cast a ballot every 12 hours and can even vote from multiple devices to help push Bergie through the bracket. Make sure to keep voting so that our very own Bergie can take home the title of Best Mascot. We'll be back with a look at your weather after the break. Stay tuned.
See the heart of the Adirondack Park aboard the Adirondack Railroad. Now operating from 3 departure stations, the Adirondack Railroad will take you to destinations like Old Forge, Tupper Lake, and many scenic locations along the line. Adirondack Railbike Adventures is your front seat to nature, operating excursions from Tupper Lake and Old Forge. Check out the variety of train rides, including beer and wine trains, special event trains, dinner trains, scenic train rides with and without layovers, and more. The open-air car brings you even closer to the Adirondack wilderness, and the dome car offers panoramic views and first-class service. Adirondack Railroad trains will take you where roads don't go, and the trains are fully accessible and fun for all ages. Visit AdirondackRR.com for more information and to book your journey today. Adirondack Railroad is operated by Adirondack Railway Preservation Society, a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Hi everyone, PS News meteorologist Gabrielle Risley with a look at your local weather. First, let's start off in the mountains. A little bit is warm. It's about 29 in Owl's Head, 29 in Vermontville, 29 in Dannemora, but in Plattsburgh today, we're looking at 32. But it's just a tad bit warmer, 33 in Osable Forks. Now, if you're looking to go to Burlington before heading downstate for spring break, you're looking at 30 in St. Albans and 34 in Willingston. But let's take a look at that 5-day forecast as we start rolling into spring break. So today, Friday, it's 32, some cloud in the sky, and then there will be some snow on Saturday, 33, but don't worry, it won't stick around or stay for long. It'll be 36 and cloudy on Sunday. Meanwhile, Monday and Tuesday. Monday, it's a bit rainy, it's 47, and there will be some snow on Tuesday, but just know that that 30-degree weather, it's a little bit of snow, a little bit of rain, and the rest of the week after that, it's going to warm right up, so the snow is just for aesthetic. So that's the latest check for your weather. Let's turn it over to the desk for entertainment.
Good afternoon, Plattsburgh. I'm Nora Bowler. Let's take a look at what's happening in Hollywood. A major antitrust case involving one of the biggest companies in live entertainment may be close to a resolution. Sources say U.S. Department of Justice and Live Nation have reached a possible settlement just days after their antitrust trial began. The case centers on allegations that Live Nation used its market power to dominate the live music industry. The company owns Ticketmaster, which faced major criticism during ticket sales for Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. Those sales were plagued by website crashes, bot activity, and long wait times for fans. The trial is currently on hold while both sides continue working on a final agreement, after a federal judge criticized attorneys for conducting settlement talks in secret. Former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama are expanding their media empire, this time with a project on Broadway. The Obama's production company, Higher Ground, will co-produce a Broadway revival of the award-winning play, Proof. The play, written by David Auburn, tells the story of a daughter grieving the loss of her brilliant mathematician father while trying to understand a mysterious mathematical discovery he left behind. The revival will be directed by Tony Award winner Thomas Kail, best known for his work on Hamilton. The project marks Higher Ground's first major step into theater after producing films, series, and podcasts with partners like Netflix. The production of Proof is scheduled to open April 16th for a limited run this spring. That's the latest in entertainment this week. We'll be right back with your sports update after this brief intermission.
Hello Plattsburgh, I'm John Vilka. Let's get right into this week's sports action. The Plattsburgh State women's hockey team is once again atop the SUNYAC, capturing its second straight conference title. Plattsburgh defeated SUNY Cortland 4-1 Saturday at the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena to win the SUNYAC championship. The game remained scoreless until the second period, when Kate Holland found the back of the net to give the Cardinals a 1-0 lead. Sydney Francis added another goal just minutes later to extend the advantage. Cortland responded with a goal of its own, but Plattsburgh answered in the third period with a goal from Kaysen Ruggie. Lauren Ferris sealed the win with an empty net goal late in the game. And in net, Maddie Stetson stepped up with 17 of 18 shots stopped as the Cardinals outshot Cortland 32-18. Sydney Francis was named the tournament's most valuable player, with Conlon, Adriana Urban, and Stetson all earning all-tournament honors. With the win, Plattsburgh improves to 26-1 and claims its 14th conference title. The Cardinals now head to Massachusetts to face Williams College tomorrow at 3 p.m. The Buffalo Sabres and the Tampa Bay Lightning delivered one of the most wild games the NHL has seen in decades on Sunday night. The Sabres outlasted Tampa Bay 8-7 in a high-scoring, penalty-filled battle in Buffalo. The two teams combined for 15 goals and 28 penalties, numbers the league hasn't seen in a single game since 1993. 5 different players scored for Buffalo, with Jason Zucker netting 2 goals and assisting on the game winner. Josh Doan scored the go-ahead goal with just over 4 minutes left in the third period. The game was also physical, with 7 fights and more than 100 total penalty minutes handed out. The win marked 7 straight for Buffalo and moves the Sabres into first place in the Atlantic Division for the first time this late in the season since 2010. NFL free agency is heating up, with quarterback moves, a new home for a pass rusher, and a running back on the move as well. One of the biggest quarterback moves involves Malik Willis, who has signed a massive deal with the Miami Dolphins. Willis has only 6 starts under his belt, but is expected to take the starting job as Miami begins a new era at quarterback. That change comes after former Dolphin starter Tua Tagovailoa was released. He was picked up by the Atlanta Falcons briefly after. The Baltimore Ravens signed star edge rusher Trey Hendrickson after an earlier trade for Max Crosby fell apart when Crosby failed his physical. On offense, the Kansas City Chiefs added explosive running back Kenneth Walker III, giving their offense another big play threat in the backfield. With several high-profile free agents still available, more big moves could be coming as teams continue to build their rosters for the upcoming NFL season. That's all I have for sports this week, Plattsburgh. Let's go back to the desk.
Thank you everyone for tuning in to this week's edition of PS News.
We're your news anchors, Alina Landetta
And Liliana Canales. Make sure to stay tuned for the next weekly news update as well as all of our upcoming shows.
You'll find all of those shows right here on our YouTube channel. Also make sure to check out our Instagram at Plattsburgh State TV.
Have a great week, Plattsburgh.